students, my name is Shet. I am from Manara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 8th standard, that is force. In force we already discussed about what is meant by force and what are the ways of application of force and the forces due to an interaction. That means when we are applying the forces, that means the two object is essential for application of force. We discussed about exploring forces. In exploring forces we are discussed about some of the examples. So we have to move on to the next topic or in the same topic. So we have to further get the more information. That is, in exploring force we have to take some of the more information. That is, so we have to discuss about exploring forces. Exploring forces. Yes, so already we know about in which ways we have to apply some of the forces, that is pulling, pushing, like that are there. So when we are applying the force, we have to take minimum of two objects. So here one is the rest or another one is the in the moving object, or when we are taking the force means we have to move in some velocity. So this part we have to study in our next future studies. That is, so here when we are taking the force as a one concept, so we have to aware of the magnitude. So only the magnitude, how much force we are applied and in which direction we are applying. So that means, so we have to apply a force in particular direction, and the object we have to move in the direction of force. So here we have to know about the exploring forces. So that means here there are two cases are there. That is, one is when the forces are act in the same direction, what happens, and when the forces are act in a different direction, so what happens we have to know. So let us discuss about exploring forces. So firstly I will take the case 1, that is when two forces are act in a same direction. When two forces are acting in a same direction. Acting in a same direction. Okay, so here the forces are acting in the same direction. Consider a box here. So I will consider this box. So I have to move this box here, but it's not able to move because my magnitude of force, the magnitude of force I am applying, that's not suitable. So that's not required to move this box. Then my friend is decided to help me. So here my friend is helped here, so he has to apply in the same direction, here in this direction only. So I want to move this box in this direction, that's why my friend is decided to move this box here. So we have to move this box in the same direction, then only the box will move. So that means here when my friend is help me, so that means my force and his force are add up and it becomes a one force for this box. So it automatically, so then automatically the box will move in this direction of force or required direction of motion. Okay, so that means here when two forces are act in the same direction means the forces are added together. It means the forces are added together. Added together. Yes. So here when we are taking the two forces in the same direction, the force will add it together. I will consider two persons, A and B. So A and B are two persons are acting forces in the same direction. That means they are applying the forces FA and FB. FA is the force acting by the person A. FAB be the force acted or force applied by the person A. That means consider A and B be the two persons, two friends. So I will take two friends. two friends applying forces FA and FB. FA and FB. FA means here the force applied by the person A and force applied by the person B, respectively in the same direction. So here I will consider A and B be the two friends applying two forces FA and FB respectively in the same direction. Then the net force will be added together. That means the force from the person A and force from the person B added together and becomes a one magnitude. That magnitude we are calling it as a net force. That means net force is equal to FA plus FB. So the total force is added together here. Yes, this is about the case one, that is when two forces are acting in the same direction, the forces are added together. Both the forces are added together here. So let us move on to the next case, that is when two forces are acting in a different direction. Case 2. So when both the forces are, when two forces are act in a different direction. Yes. So when the two forces are acting in a different direction, we have to take the here. So here also I will consider this box. So here I am applying the forces here. So I have to move this box in this direction. So for that I want to apply the amount of force, some amount of force in this direction. So in previous case my friend may help me, but there is an enemy. So for me an enemy is there. So he don't want to help me in this direction. So we have in this direction, the box will move in this direction. So he don't want to help me. For that he applying the forces in different direction. So I am applying forces in this direction. He is applying forces in this direction. That means here some of the cases are arises. That means what is the higher force here? Which one is the higher force? So that means when the force is in the when the forces are act in the different direction, means the higher force, the box will be moving in the direction of higher forces here. That means when two forces are acting in a different direction, the net force will be the difference between those two forces. That means firstly we have to take the higher force, then we have to take the lower force here. So when we are taking the difference between those two forces, that is the net force acting in the box. That means it will be the subtraction between my force and the enemy's force. If enemy's force is higher, it will move in this direction. When my force is higher, it will move in this direction. That's why it's changing. Okay, so when two forces are acting in a different direction, means the net force will be the difference between two forces. The net force will be the difference between two forces. Yes. So here I will consider the same situation. Consider A and B be the two friends. Here I will take two enemies or two friends you can take, but sometimes friends will quarrel each other like that. So here two friends or two enemies like that you can take, applying forces FA and FB. So that means A and B. So FA be the force acting by the person A and FB be the force acting by person B. So that means force applied by the person B here. Okay, so here you can take friends or persons like that you can take here. So respectively in applying in the direction applying in the different direction. Applying in the different directions. Okay, these two friends or these two persons are applying forces FA and FB respectively in the different direction. Okay, so here there are three cases are arises here. That means, firstly I will take A when FA is greater than FB. That means the force applied by the person A is higher than the force applied by the person B is lower. That means here FA is greater than FB. Then net force will be the difference between those two forces. We have taken the FA first and FB second. That means firstly we have to subtract FB from FA here. So that will be the net force acting on this box. That means what happens to the net force? Net force is equal to FA minus FB. So we have to subtract lower term from the higher term here. That will become the net force acting on this box. So also second case will be, so I will take FB is greater. FB is greater than FA. That means the force applied by the person B is greater than force applied by the person A here. So that means in that case the net force is equal to so here FB minus FA. Okay, so let us consider another case, that is when both the forces are same. That means when FA is equal to FB. So we have to subtract the term. That means net force is equal to FA minus FB. So FA is equal to FB. So we can substitute in place of FA, we have to substitute FB. Here in case of FA, we have to substitute FB. So likewise, both the magnitude are same, means the result will be the 0. Okay, so let us consider these three cases. What happens to the motion of that box? So we have to analyze it. So firstly, so when FA is greater than FB, so for I will consider this box here. Then, so here it will apply FA is applied here and FB is applied here. Okay, so then when FA is greater than FB, that means in which direction it moves? In the direction of FA. That means box move in this direction, move in the direction of FA. So it will move in the direction of FA. So when consider this case, FB is greater than FA. That means, so here FB is greater and here FA is small. That means, so when compared to the FA is higher, means the box will move in the direction of FB. Move in the direction of FB. Yes. Okay, so let us consider the last case, that is FA is equal to FB. Both the forces are applied by the friends are same. In that case, the box will remain stationary. The box doesn't move in any direction, because both the forces are acting in the same different direction, but the magnitude of both the forces are same here. Here the 0 means the box doesn't move at all. The box remains stationary like this. When one of the forces become higher, then the box will move in the direction of higher forces. The similar case happens in the game of tug of war. That is, so from some extent of time, the rope will be stationary. At that case, the force applied by the two teams are one and the same. In that case, both the teams are applying the same forces in different directions. There, the rope will remain stationary. When, in this case, FB is greater than FA, that means in one of the teams of a tug of war, so applies higher force in the direction. That means the rope will move in the direction of higher force. That means in both the cases, so in this both the cases, when the team applies the higher force means that team will win that game, tug of war game. So here when the forces is higher, the rope or the object will move in this direction of that higher force. In this case, the net force will be 0. That means the box will remain stationary. The object remain at rest or stationary are one and the same word. So this is about the exploring forces. So I hope you learned about that. So because it's a simple term, we are applying in the daily situations. So we have to aware of all the forces. We are playing with them. So when we are playing football and tug of war like that games, we are applying this kind of physics, these kind of forces here. But we can't aware. We didn't aware of them because I am applying higher force. He is applying higher force. We are aware of that. But in physics, we are taken it as a mathematical expression. So here, when we are applying the higher forces, Fa is applying higher forces, then Fb means the net force will be Fa minus Fb. Then, when the force applied by the person B applied higher force than the person A, that means the net force will be Fa minus Fa. So it will move in the direction of Fb. When both the forces are in the same magnitude and or the same means, so that time the object will remain at rest when the two forces are acted in the different direction. So this is about exploring forces. So I hope you enjoyed this. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.